Israelites, right? We come out here week in, week out to prophesy the downfall of this wicked place, Babylon. And to come out to tell the people, the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that it's time to wake up, man. It's time to know your identity. It's time to repent and turn to Yahweh Ba'Shem Mashiach Yahushai.
That's right.
So first and foremost, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Baharakah Kadash. And give double honors to the elders from the house of David that have been ruling and teaching well for years and years, and shalom to the hopeful elect that are out there diligently making their bodies a living sacrifice on the highways and byways, highways and hedges. And Shabbat shalom to the sisters that are diligently listening to their husbands and their fathers and mothers if they don't have a husband at home, and to the children and the elderly, to the widows and the fathers.
Yeah, so basically, you know, as the Most High does, he's always bringing judgment every day, and it's our job to look out for these prophecies, man, you know, and measure the times diligently. So yeah, what's it? There's been a volcano alert in the US, and the USGS is like a agency or something that monitors volcanoes. Has just raised alert levels at volcanoes across the US. The 7 volcanoes showing signs of unrest or activity are the Great Sitkin, Semitsapona, whatever is that, however that's said, Kilai, Anikak, Tawagna, and Tanaga and Trident. The 2 volcanoes earning the elevated watch orange status are Alaska's Great Sitkin and Semitsapona volcanoes. So yeah, man, there's, you know Esau and his devices, you know, he wants to be able to control everything and know what's going on. So they're monitoring volcanoes and they're seeing activity going off in America. So yeah, do you want to get me Jeremiah 4:24, Bob? Sure.
The book of Jeremiah,
Just going to talk a bit louder, bro. Right?
Yeah.
the book of Jeremiah, chapter 4 and verse 24. I beheld the mountains, and lo, they trembled, and all the hills moved lightly.
Yeah, man. So again, this is all of the Most High, man. He's getting ready to stir up some volcanoes to start going off. Like we had a few many months back that were just going for ages. There was one in Iceland. There was one in Italy as well.
Yeah.
Do you know? So these are the things that we need to look for.
I've got a piece of
Yeah, go on.
Joel chapter 2 and verse. I'll start at the point. Joel chapter 2 and verse 30. And I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood, fire, and pillars of smoke.
Yeah, man. You know, these are the wonders that we're going to see, man, of the Most High. You know, we're going to see his wonders, and we're going to be able to know that it's him, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, judging this earth, you know?
This is the book of Nahum, chapter 1 and verse 5. The mountains quake at him, and the hills melt, and the earth is burnt at his presence. Yea, the world and all that dwell therein.
Finish on 6.
Who can stand before his judgment and his indignation? And who can abide in his furiousness in the furiousness of his anger? His fury is poured out like fire, and the rocks are thrown down by him.
Yeah, man. So really and truly, when these things start to happen, who's going to be able to endure that? Who's going to be able to stand in his wrath and his indignation? Because you know, when the Most High is angry and he says certain things or he does certain things, we see the repercussions of it on earth, man, as judgment, you know. But your average person's not going to understand that.
Right.
You know, they're not going to have that spiritual discernment to know that the Most High is judging these places. Look at Turkey. 50,000 plus died in that earthquake. That's major. Do you know what I mean?
They didn't know the numbers for weeks, innit?
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
they started to tally up.
And that's just one, man. We ain't, like it says, the earthquakes in diverse places. We didn't see these sort of earthquakes 10 years ago. We didn't really. They were minor, really. Now they're getting more heavier and heavier. So the volcanoes.
Like when it says, let's get the verse, man. First Thessalonians, chapter 5, verse 4, 3, 4. Yeah, chapter 3, yeah. Verse 3, yeah.
This is the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 3. But when they shall say peace and safety, the sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman.
As what?
As travail upon a woman.
When the woman is travailing, man, go on.
With child,
yeah.
and they shall not escape.
And that's what's happening, man. The travailing, the contractions and the pains, they get more and more. They amplify, man. And these are the amplifying of the earth, man. He says he's going to show his wonders, man. And when he shows his wonders, it's going to be just remember the first 6 months or 5 months of a woman's pregnancy, the back starts to ache, starts getting the bones start cracking, and she's getting little aches and pains where the body's trying to form. So yeah, man, it's cracking, man. Like the House Shai wants to release, man.
And when it comes to it, when it's time, that's it. It just happens. Do you know what I mean? There's no oh look, let me get ready in an hour because I'm gonna need to go hospital.
Yeah, the
it's
waters
not
break.
like that.
When the waters break, it's really time, man.
And that's the same thing with these volcanoes as well. They might think that they can judge it and see the activity and all that, but when it goes off, it's just gonna go off, innit? The Most High is not gonna give the people or the land that is judging the warning unless you're in the spirit. Go on.
Revelation chapter 12 and verse 1.
Go on.
And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. And she, being with child, cried, travailing in birth, and pained to be delivered. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great dragon having 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns upon his head, and his tail drew in the third part of the stars of heaven, and it cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it was born. And that's when we was reading so many scriptures, man, about how they're gonna try and thus fight, man. These damn dragons, the Arabians, the damn Chinese, the Iran, the Palestinians, man, the Iranians, man, all of the nations, man, alright, are gonna turn Gog, Magog, Esau, the eagle, man. They're gonna all turn and thus fight, man, and be ready. They're gonna be ready, man. Like it says, no man knoweth the time or the hour, but these lot are ready, and the Most High is spiritually getting them ready, man.
Right.
It's like he wants you to go. He likes war, bro. He stirs up jealousy like a man of war. He's like, go on then, like, and he's showing them, all right, because they don't think they don't know. They don't think these higher elites don't watch us brothers, GMS, IUICs, Watchmen for Israel, HOI. I don't think they're not sitting there watching the ISPC, listening to how we bring out the doctrine, man. They're listening to us, man. You think when we're telling them, yo, you better know that the Messiah is coming to get you. Who's their number one threat, bro? Not themselves. They know that this space force that they're creating is for higher powers out there, man.
That's right.
Sorry,
No, that's fine. That's perfect. Because they actually think that they can do something when it comes to that point. But obviously, again, the Most High is stirring up these nations and everything.
Come on, bro. Please. Love, bro.
Yeah, man. So, yeah. Beautiful, man. I mean, this is why we need to be diligent and see.
Look, try and fly over there.
This is why we need to try and be more diligent in watching, man.
Tell them the number don't work, yeah?
This is what we're supposed to do, man. Because you know, your average Joe, your average Jake is not gonna be able to understand these prophecies. But that's why we're out here, to make it plain for the brothers and sisters that are learning and coming into this thing, innit? Because you know, again, it's all about the hopeful elect. You got something?
Joel 3:9.
Go on then.
It's the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 9.
Yeah.
Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles.
Yeah.
Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let the men of war draw nigh. Let all the men of war draw nigh, and let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let all the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathens, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty one to come down, O Yahweh.
Yeah, so there's gonna be war happening, man. You know, like Yahweh Shai and Yahweh Bar Hashem Yahweh Shai is not a man of peace when it comes to judgment and these other nations and the wicked of our people. You know what I mean? So this is why that's a perfect precept as well, because we're out here trying to wake up the mighty men that want to stand up for righteousness. You know?
And there's two selective precepts I want to just bring up on that matter. Because Revelation 16 and verse 12, get 2nd Ezra chapter 15. Start at 46.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 16 and verse 12. And the sixth angel poured out his veil upon the great river Euphrates.
Alright, so the river Euphrates, man, if you never knew this, never noticed, it's drying up, man. And there's a spiritual understanding for why the river Euphrates is drying up. Alright, go on, read.
And the water thereof was dried up, and that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared.
Go on. The kings of what?
The kings of the east might be prepared. And I saw the unclean spirit like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophets.
So yeah, so leave it on that. Alright, so read 2nd Ezra 15 and start at 2nd Ezra 15 and start at verse 37.
Yeah?
Yeah, start 37.
Alright, 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 37. And there shall be great fearfulness and trembling upon the earth, and they that see the wrath shall be afraid, and trembling shall come upon them. And then shall there come great storms from the south and from the north, and another part from the west, and strong winds shall arise from the east, and shall open it, and the cloud which he raised up in wrath, and the star stirred to cause fear toward the east and west wind shall be destroyed. The great and mighty cloud shall be lifted up full of wrath, and the star, and that they may make all the earth afraid, and them that dwell therein, and they shall pour out every high, and they shall pour out over every high and imminent place and horrible star, fire and hell, and fleeing swords, and many waters, that all fields may be full, and all rivers with the abundance of great waters.
Yeah, look, man, these are all the nations, man. They're going to gather together, all right, and they're going to fight, man, from the west, from the south, from the east, and it says the east, man. They're going to do some crazy things, man, all right? Flying swords, man. That's talking about missiles getting off, man, all right? And you just read that Revelations again?
Revelation
16 and I think it's 13.
Revelation
Because
chapter
the
6.
river's drying up for a reason, man.
Yeah, that's
All right,
right.
so that they can go and open it up.
Revelation chapter 16 verse 13. And I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet.
Yeah, go up.
verse 12 here.
Verse 12. Read verse 12.
Okay. Revelation chapter 16 verse 12. And the sixth angel poured out his veil upon the great river Euphrates, and the waters thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared.
So the kings of the east might be prepared. Read that again from 31.
This is 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 31. And then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature, and if they shall turn themselves conspiring together in great power to persecute them, then these shall be troubled and keep silence through their power and shall flee.
See that? So these are the dragons, man. Alright? The great dragons. That's where you should go up here. It says the king. Yeah. Go to 29. Go to
Verse
the nation.
29.
No, 2nd Ezra 15.
2nd Ezra 15:29.
Go on, keep reading this now.
No, we start at 28. It says, behold, an horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east.
And the parents from the east, man. Alright, this is when it says the kings of the east, man. Alright, and the dragon, right? Read.
Where the nations of the dragons of Arabia,
The dragons of who?
the dragons of Arabia,
Go on.
shall come out with many chariots.
Many chariots. He's talking about their tanks, man. Alright, and their war vessels, man. Read.
And the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth,
Yeah.
that all they which hear them may fear and tremble.
And that's why they said, let the weak say I am strong. These Arabians, these Iranians and these Palestinians, don't Saudi, don't care about them. These Edomites don't care about them, man. They said, you guys are weaklings, man. Now they're beating the plowshares, right, into pruning hooks, man. Right, and they got spears in their hand saying, I'm strong enough now, man.
That's right.
But this is the guy that made weak the nations. This guy, I'm not weak. I'm not scared of you. And they're coming to fight, man. This is why it says the river Euphrates. This is Nazarite news, man. We're in the spirit of prophecy, man.
Right.
We're trying to make it plain upon tables to show you this is why they're getting to war. This is why Matthew's 24, when it says you shall hear wars and rumors of wars. This is why it says in Isaiah, he shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. He's making it like he's tempting them, man. Saying, look, you can go over. Look, I've cleared the way for you. You can go to fight them. Bring your tanks. Bring your chariots. You can't bring chariots over the sea, over the rivers.
Not many like that. Anyway, about how good he's gonna be.
Yeah, they're gonna bring chariots to go over the land, man.
That's right.
Making it easy, because what? You think they're gonna have what? Go over the there's borderlines when you go think about it. When the river's cleared up now, it's an open border, man. You ain't gotta go the long way, man. Like how the Israelites, when we went from Egypt across the Red Sea, man. There's no it's a quick shortcut, man. Straight to the wall. Read that, bro.
Go to the top of the go straight to the place.
Where you at? Joel? Yeah, read.
This is the book of Joel chapter 3 and verse 1.
And remember, you read Joel 3 and 9. So when you read Joel 3 and 1, this is the topic. Why they're gonna beat the men of war are gonna draw nigh, man. Read.
But behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captive of Judah and the captive and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations.
So when he's gonna come and restore Israel, he's also gonna gather all the nations. Read.
And will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Bring them Jehoshaphat, the valley of Jehoshaphat. That's in Israel, man. Right, read.
And will plead with them there for my people.
And that's where he's gonna plead with them for his people, man. Right? That's why we're not saved. You can't go around with this doctrine, this Christianity insanity, saying we're already saved, we have eternal life because we believe. But the Most High says in the Psalms, David says in the Psalms, take not that Holy Spirit away from me, man.
Right.
You can get bugged out any minute, man, and start sinning, man. Forget about repentance. Turn into the damn strip clubs, alright? Into the damn bookies, into committing fraudulence and stealing people's money. Fraud. You could be a bug out any minute, man. Alright? Yeah. So this is why we got to kind of watch these prophecies. Read that again from the top.
This is the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 1.
No. From
verse 2.
You got 2 minutes. Read 2.
I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. Jehoshaphat.
Go on.
I will plead with them there for my people
Yeah.
and for my heritage Israel,
Go on.
whom they have scattered among all nations
Yeah.
and parted my land.
Yeah, finish at that. So there, as we saw, go back to the nations in 15. Second Ezra chapter 15 and verse 29. Read from to 29. Read 29.
Yeah. This is 2nd Ezra 15:29, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia
Dragons of Arabia
shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble.
So they're gonna fear and tremble these guys. And they wasn't really fearing them before, man. Then they're gonna realize that these guys are gathering together. Go to verse 46 now.
Alright, this is 2nd Ezra 15 and 46. And thou, Asia, thou art partaker of the hope of Babylon.
So you're talking about the East countries, man. Alright? Talking about Arabia, Asia, and Iran and them, man. And these guys. Go on, read.
Yeah. And art the glory of her person.
Yeah.
Woe be unto thee, thou wretch, because thou hast made thyself like unto her.
Yeah, man. Woe unto the Asians, man. Alright, and leave it at that. Leave it at that, man. So look at this. This is recent stuff. Financial Times. Saudi Arabia and Iran restored them diplomatic ties. Look, these are the dragons and the wretches gathering together. Look at that. Iran, Saudi Arabia, and China, all gathering together, man.
Yeah.
All right.
46.
Saudis.
Asia.
Look, they're all gathering together, man. This is new stuff. This is prophecy in the making, man. Showing you, look, this is why they got the river Euphrates drying up. They're like, yo, did you see that? We can get over to the valley of Jehoshaphat. They're all gonna gather in Israel to fight, man.
That's right.
Yeah, and I've ended on that.
Alright, yeah, go. Staying on that sort of topic. In Israel takes out 4 top Islamic jihad leaders, and they're preparing for retaliation strikes. They claim they don't want escalation. Israel will continue targeting senior Islamic Jihad terrorists as long as they continue attacking. Despite Egypt's effort to bring about a ceasefire, Islamic Jihad shot barrages of missiles toward Israel in a response to a 4th senior Islamic Jihad member, Ali Ghali, was assassinated, and the organization was seriously harmed. So this is going into that, because you got to think Egypt as well. They would be part of those leaders of Egypt are on that side with Iran. Do you know what I'm saying? They're not actually with the Americans, you know, and Israel. So they're with the Palestinians, the Egyptians. You get it? Yeah, but Israel, the Israelis and the governments and all of that, they're with America. Do you see what I'm saying? So this is what brother's going into about the whole Euphrates drying up, because as soon as that happens, that makes way it makes the gateway into the east, and that's when they're going to start getting together
From the east.
Yeah, so like from the east, like China, Korea. I think it's is it North Korea? Yeah, because South Korea is with America. Do you get it? So all these different countries are all like split with different ties and that. But ultimately, it's going to be judgment in the valley of Jehoshaphat. That's what it boils down to.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13 and verse 31. And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another.
That's it, man. You know, and that's what we're seeing right now. We've been seeing it stir up for the longest, even down with Russia and Ukraine. Go on, is there more?
And the time shall be when these things shall come to pass, and the signs shall happen which I showed before thee before. Then shall my son be declared, who thou sawest as a man ascending.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, so it's all correlating together. They have to go to that. They have to go and meet in the Valley of Yehoshaphat and kick off their war. And when that happens, that's when Yahushua is gonna come, and that's when Isaiah 63 is gonna kick in, man. Because they're gonna see Yahushua coming with his chariots.
Why are we fighting each other?
Why are you fighting each other? And they're
Should
gonna
be fighting this guy.
exactly, and just fight together, innit? That's when they're gonna turn and try to fight the Messiah, and that's when we're gonna see Yahushua come with his garments sprinkled with blood, and that's when they're gonna answer like, why is your garments dyed? But those that have spiritual understanding, he's gonna be like, well, I was in the Valley of Yehoshaphat and I was getting it cracking.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, my father gathered them together, and he said to me, I can go, and he's gonna do his thing, man.
And that's ultimately prophecy, innit? They don't even know that. But like the brother said, that there's certain Esau's on this side, like they watch the videos, innit? So they do understand to a certain extent the prophecy that is to come to pass. But these guys in the east, these Asians were, all the East kings and the dragons of Arabia, they're not gonna know that they're fulfilling prophecy. They're built up. Their spirits built up with war now, man. For what America and the West have done to them, man. They've killed all their leaders. They've went in their lands, took all their oil, their resources. Do you know what I mean? So it's like they have a perpetual hate for them, and that's why it says, "Let the weak say they are strong now," because now Iran's got an underground city full of nukes. Do you know what I mean? We're going back into like the times when America bombed Hiroshima. How do you say it? Nagasaki. Hiroshima. Yeah, that's it. When America bombed, then these nations in the East wasn't mighty like that. They probably had their little things going on, but they wasn't mighty like that. So that's why it's all changed now. The spirit of war is upon the land, man. The sound of battle is upon the land.
Yeah. Even when you watch that Wolverine film, and it talks about when he was in Japan, he was a part of the war. Because remember, he didn't die. He was like immortal, wasn't he? His cells regenerate all the time.
Like ages slow, yeah.
I don't really know. I don't know about all of it. But all I know is he lived in the wars, innit? In that Hiroshima thing. And yeah, man, he was the guy with the Japanese or the Chinese guy, whatever, the Asian, protecting underneath this well with a metal thing on top of him. He got a little burns and that. He was suffering from radiation and that, but the guy was like, what? You can mutinate and you know what I mean? And that's what Babylon's about, man. Babylon and Asia, they're working together because everything's made in China. But same way, you know what I mean? Because use Hollywood. That's you know what I mean? Use Hollywood, man. They're still working with each other slightly.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they fight against one another on a political thing. But when it gets biblical, they're gonna work together, man. Like how they do in Hollywood, man.
That's why, like, you got something else.
Yeah,
Go, carry on.
Yeah, this is Zechariah chapter 12 and verse 3. And in that day will I make Jerusalem a burdensome stone for all people. All that burden themselves with it shall be in pieces. Though all the people of the earth be gathered together against it. In that day, saith Yahweh, I will smite every horse with astonishment, and his rider with madness, and I will open mine eyes upon the house of Judah, and will smite every horse of the people with blindness. And the governors of Judah shall say in their heart, the inhabitation of Jerusalem shall be my strength, in Yahweh of hosts their power. Yeah, man, so in that day, gonna know, man, the people that came up against the Israelites, man, they're gonna be burnt with fire, man.
That's it.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 3 and verse 8. Therefore, wait ye upon me, saith Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to pray. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms and pour upon them my indignation, even all my furious anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. For then I will turn to the people a pure language, that they might all.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But after that, that's when we're gonna have our Hebrew tongue, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, everyone's gonna fight, man. In Israel, man.
That's right.
And I think that's it on them precepts.
Yeah, that's it.
There's more verses like this.
Yeah, the Most High is going to devour them, man. It's going to make them. Yeah, the Most High is going to devour them. It's going to make their chariots, their horses, be smitten. And I'm sure even in a horse has no fear, man. That's why they ride them like, it's another sign of strength as well, being on a horse and that. So if the Most High is going to put the horse, what does it say? It puts the horse to, was it you that read it? Yeah. It's going to put fear in the horse, man, and then smite the rider. And that's what's going to happen.
Madness.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, man, what's it? Another quick thing, the FDA, yeah, so that's the Food and Drug Administration, could approve the sale of birth control medication without a prescription for the first time by this summer. So they're looking to sell pills now. So that birth control rubbish. So I just put that one out there. I haven't got anything with that one.
So this is Exodus chapter 1.
Exodus chapter 1.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 1 and verse
12 or verse 13. It says the women wouldn't kill the people.
Yes.
16. Yeah, read it from 16. 15 and 16.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 1 and verse 15. And the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwife, which the name of one was Shiphrah, and the name of the other Puah. And he said, when ye do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women, and see them upon the stool, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him. But if it be a daughter, then she shall live. But the midwives feared Yahweh, and did not as the king of Egypt commanded them, but saved the men children alive.
Yeah, man. And this is the thing as well, like these things are very detriment to the people.
Serious,
you know what I mean? Like these, what is it? A chip. Something they put a chip in their arm. What was it?
The birth control chip.
Yeah. What is it called?
Coil.
Yeah, that's it. A coil, a pill. Do you know what I mean? All these contraceptive things. Do you know what I mean? It's detriment to the health of the women, man. And sometimes they tell you when they give you this that it's not 100%. So the women could still be on these things and still give birth.
Get multiplied, man.
Do you know what I mean? So it's obviously, even though they're trying to stop it, the Most High still brings that into life. But again, man, this is the war that we have. It's not just a physical war that we've been talking about. Eventually, that's gonna happen. It's a spiritual war, man. Go on.
Exodus chapter 21 and verse 22. If a man strive to hurt a woman with child, so that her fruit depart from her, and yet no mischief follow, he shall surely
punished. He shall be surely punished, according as the woman's husband will lay upon him, and he shall pay as the judges determine. So yeah, man, really and truly, all these people pushing them contraceptions, according to what the man says, man, they should be, them guys can get hurt, man. That you gave my wife contraception, or you snuck that thing in the food to make the baby get put to death. Hey, so a judgment needs to happen to those people, man.
And it goes on as well. It says a life for a life, man.
An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, an ear for an ear, a fingernail for a fingernail.
So,
yeah,
man. So if a doctor is a doctor out there that's doing abortions, man, you know, that's madness, man. Your judgment is gonna come. You know.
Got it, yeah.
This is the book of Genesis chapter 9 and verse 7. And you be fruitful and multiply, bring forth abundantly in the earth and multiply therein.
Yeah, man. And that's you know, that is actually a commandment, man, to be fruitful and multiply. You know, multiply our nation. You know, in righteousness as well, because it does say you know, you can have 1,000 wicked sons. That means nothing, you know. That one righteous son outdoes them all, you know. So it's not about how many, you've got to bring them up in righteousness, man. Can't be having many wicked kids or children.
Let me start up a bit more on that one. To give the
that's good.
Because it talks about shedding the blood, didn't it?
No, that's all right. Yeah, fruitful and more. Yeah, Genesis chapter 38 and verse 7. And Judah's firstborn, was wicked in the sight of Yahweh, and Yahweh slew him. And Judah said unto Onan, Go into thy brother's wife, and marry her, and raise up seed to thy brother. And Onan knew that the seed would not be his. And it came to pass, when he went into his brother's wife, that he spilled it upon the ground, lest he should give seed unto his brother. And this thing which he did displeased Yahweh, wherefore he slew him also.
That's right.
So man, just because you just want to have the sexual attraction and just have the sex, and then pull out and spill the seed, you may as well just not have the sexual intercourse in the first place, man.
That's right.
You know what I mean? For you to just get your little lustful thrill and pull out, and just because you don't want to bear seed for your brother, that's wicked, man. Right?
Very wicked.
And that's it would have been your child anyway, man. Think about it, because he's going to be from the tribe of Judah, man. It's your father's tribe. So just because he is a bit not from your who is your tribe, man? Your tribe, that's vanity in itself. Yeah. It's not my child. You're building a nation, man.
Go ahead. And that goes into this whole birth control thing, innit? Because that's what guys do in the world, man.
And we always say
your pull-out game is strong.
Now we always say, like, as brothers, we always say it takes a village to raise a child, to build a nation. So can you imagine you having a brothers that are like-minded with you in the gospel to raise your child, a brother that's gonna raise him?
Hey, no condoms are allowed in Israel.
That's right.
That's
right.
There's no damn pork, damn latex porky condoms allowed around your uncircumcised staff, man. That's not allowed, man, in Israel.
And no goat skin as well.
Lamb skin.
I don't know what they're using, man.
Yeah, they're using all madness.
Cling film, whatever they use. There's some madness in Israel, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, madness.
Madness in Israel, bro. Like, they're not allowed that, man. Bring rashes and unclean and all that. It's mad. You're not allowed any of that stuff around Israel, because this is the spirit. The Most High shows you spiritually. We learn from these verses, man.
That's right.
What happened to Onan, man?
That's right. And if you lay down, and brothers, if you lay it down with a sister, that's your wife, man. So, make sure that you you know, you understand this and you know the precepts and your spirit is right, man, because you'll end up, you know, doing something you might regret. Do you know what I mean? But that's law, innit? Like, you should have. That's why our people are wicked right about now. You know, we're following all these other nations. We're mixing with all different nations. You know, just because of lust. Do you know what I mean?
And our wives and our women, they're harlots in the streets, man. So they're saying, is your don't bust in me, man. Pull out. You know what I mean? Or she's got the coil and all of that, man. Or now she's gonna go to the FDA
and buy one
and just get one, and she don't need to worry about any prescriptions or anything.
Subscribing and names and
going to the
over
GP,
counter, just bam.
going to the damn clinic. Nah, look, that one, I want that one, boom. Like condoms, man.
And they're making money out of it as well.
Of course. Trillions, man.
Yeah, it's a big game.
It's $1 trillion company, man. First two, yeah?
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 23.
Verse 18. Over 17.
Deuteronomy chapter 23 and verse 17. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel.
No whores, man. Sleeping around, man. Alright, get Nazarite, chapter 25.
Nor a sodomite of the son of Israel.
No sodomites, man, of the sons of Israel, man. Alright? You can't make your sister a whore. You can't make your the children of Israel, the daughters of Israel, you can't make them unto whores, man. To be sleeping with them and putting her away, getting another one, putting her away. You just made her a damn made her a whore, man.
26 or 25?
Yeah, it's about the one that's just open. Yeah, it's there, 25. But 25.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
This is Sirach 25 and 23. Says, a wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh a heavy countenance, and a wounded heart. So lucky I said that a bit wrong. So Sirach 25:23. A wicked woman abateth courage, maketh a heavy countenance, and a wounded heart.
Yeah, she abateth courage, man. She knocks it away, man. You get me? Like she can make you feel hurtful, man. She won't put no pride in you, or she won't lift you up in righteousness, man. Alright, she just knock it away like Job's wife did, man. You still keep your integrity with the Father after all of this madness. Knock it away, man, and deal with Babylon, man. Deal with Baal. Deal with the wickedness. Go on.
A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees.
Yeah, man, weak hands, feeble knees, man. You can't. You're not putting enough money on the plate, man. What you bringing to the table, man? That's the question right nowadays, isn't it? The Kevin Samuel spirit. What do you bring to the table? And if you Jakes, if you ain't bringing enough money to the table, these women will go to the FDA and say, I want that one there, and they might start making sweeties out of them, man. They got like little Skittle versions, tropical watermelon flavor. Bro, they'll make watermelon flavor pills, man. Contraception tablets, man. Read?
That's crazy. 24. The woman, it's like of the woman came the beginning of sin.
Of the woman came the beginning of sin.
Through her we all die.
We all die through the woman. Go on.
Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad.
Go on.
If she go not as thou wouldest, cut her off. Cut her, Salakia. If she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh and give her a bill of divorce and let her go.
And let her go, man. That's wisdom, man.
I know what one you're on about. I'm not sure where it is, though.
Yeah, give me the book of Sirach. I'll find it.
Yeah.
I'm Alright, go, it's there. Verse 26 and 12. Sirach 26 and 12. Bring it up. Start at 10. Start at 9. Start at 9.
This is Sirach 26 and verse 9.
Whoredom of a woman.
The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and her eyelids.
Yeah, go
If
on.
thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly.
Yeah, if your daughter's shameless, man, you need to watch over her, man. You start watching some of her traits, seeing that she's a bit, her eyelids do too much twinkling at certain little young guys. You know what I mean? She batter and she's acting all a little neck moves and a little sassiness. No, you need to watch that young lady, man. Keep her inside, man. Right? Give her commandments. You might need to strike that young lady, man. Alright? Show her a rod of correction, man. Right? Show her that you're a woman, man, and you got a husband, and this is one man for you for your whole life, man. You're not no belonging to the streets thing. You're my daughter, right? And you're this Babylon, man. Hopefully, brothers pray, man, for righteous women, man, because a righteous woman will bring up her, as is the mother, so is the daughter, man. A righteous mother will show her daughter the right way.
That's right.
Not to shake what your mama gives you. For every man in the streets, man. Then you got PTSD and of all of the curses that we go through, man.
Right.
Because that's fatherless children, man. And it says Deuteronomy 28:54. Right? Domestics in the household, man. And fathers leaving mothers, man. Because of the mad haughtiness that she's on, man. She wants the next guy in the yard, man. Read?
So it says, Sirach 26 and 10, if thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty.
She abuses herself. You understand? She don't even know what she's doing to herself. That's why we told the daughters out here, what you got the damn, you got the little weave on, man? Why you got the damn eye things on, man? Do you know them eyebrow things, eyelashes things? If the first name it was given was cumbrellas, man, to stop the cum from entering into the eyes, man. Right? Confounded when they hear them things, man.
You know what?
And that's wicked. The cum shouldn't be going on your face. That's pulling up. That's the pull-out game.
Yeah, that's that.
That's that Onan spirit, man. Pull that quickly and then bust on Tamar's face, man. That's the pull-out spirit, man. Oh no, he speared it on the ground, but. Yeah, that's what Onan's dirty. Jake is dirty like that, man. Jake will do them things, man. Alright? Learning the ways of Babylon. Learning up maybe from Esau, man.
And you know what it is as well? Even now when you actually tell like certain women what that actually means, and that's simple, like some of them don't care no more.
Oh, come on. They don't care, man. It's Babylon.
It's Babylon. It's like
Right. What's it? Just a quick precept on that one there, yeah? It says, let Sirach 26 and 10, if thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. So that's like letting her do her own thing, you know? When you're letting her do her own thing, she's gonna start doing madness, isn't it? So this is Proverbs 29 and 15. It says, the rod and reproof give wisdom, but a child left to himself bringeth his mother to shame. And that's another thing. We can't be leaving the children on their own accord, man, in this wicked Babylon, man. Do you know what I mean? Even with the TV.
So listen to this now.
Yeah, go on.
this is the book of Leviticus chapter 21 and verse 9. And the daughter of any priest, if she profane herself by playing the whore, she profaneth her father. She shall be burnt with fire.
Yeah, that's the same as the Proverbs 29 and 15, man. Yo, she should be burnt with fire, man. Right? So we don't want to burn our daughters with fire. We want to keep them in the yard, lest she profane herself, so she can go out there, be a whore on the streets. How many 10 man to her body count? And then now she's getting watermelon prescription contraception tablets, man. Or the mango flavor, man. Because the FDA approve of it and they put a little flavor in the tablets. Now it tastes nice and now it goes down well. and she can just kill the baby, man.
And to think, because Von is Emona.
No, keep
Yeah,
reading.
and to think just quickly as well, what is it? It's called the Food and Drug Administration.
So
they're
can
putting
mix-
it together.
they can
Drugs,
put the-
food,
Yeah,
madness.
so they can put watermelon flavors, man. They'll add the syrup to it, man. Alright, read that.
Sirach 26 and verse 11. Watch over an imprudent eye and marvel not if she trespass against thee. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveller
So about 42 of them.
when he have found a fountain, and drink of every water near her. By every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow.
Against what?
Against every arrow.
Bro, she will open up her damn tunton over to everyone, man. And it's wrong. Alright? Give me that Proverbs chapter 7. Alright, go on, read.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 42, verse 9. The father waketh for the daughter when no man knoweth,
Yeah, go on.
and the care of her taketh away sleep when she is young, lest she pass away the flower of her age, and bring marriage, lest she should be
And being married.
lest she should be hated.
Yeah, so yeah, man, you gotta make sure she ain't losing her flower, just to at any time to any guy, man. You'll lose sleep, man.
Shame.
You're losing sleep. You're like, wow, where is my daughter, man? Why isn't she at home, man? What is she up to, man? Is she just out there giving her things? She should be in by now, man. That's why it says in Tobit. Alright? Yes, in the Bible, the Israelite men love their daughters, man. You think we just want Diana to go get raped by Philistines, man? No? We don't want them touching Diana, man.
Right, you say you want in Proverbs? Yeah, Proverbs 7. Where do you want me to start?
10.
Proverbs 7 and 10. And behold, there met him.
I'll start at 9.
Verse 9. In the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night. And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of an harlot.
So we just read that, man. You can't sleep. Good damn, she's in some harlot clothes in the middle of the night. Alright, read.
She is loud. No, slacker. And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of an harlot and subtle of her.
Yeah.
She is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house.
What?
Her feet abide not in her house.
And that's why it says keep her in straighty, man. What is she doing out, man? It's too late for you to be out in the damn club, man. You got a husband, your patrol, your Israelite young lady. This is what you need to be doing, man. And that's why, look, when we talk, it's the women, the young ladies, they don't want this word. She was the beginning of sin. Sin enters into women easy, man. That's why the men have to be there to correct these women, man. To give them order, man. Tobit, get the Tobit, chapter 2. Quickly, and then is there any more?
Yeah, there's a couple more still. But yeah,
You should keep pushing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, leave it on that. Yeah, get the more news.
Right, so what's it? Afghanistan, yeah, they have locusts. It says the UN's Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, sounded the alarm after locusts was spotted in the country's north and northeast. They're saying it's going to be a full outbreak. This year could destroy up to 1.2 million metric tons of wheat, or a quarter of the total annual harvest. With pesticides in short supply, thousands of people in communities across the affected provinces were working day and night to eradicate the pests using traditional mechanical control methods. before they become adults and begin to swarm. So yeah, Afghanistan are gonna have wild locusts, like just literally eating it all up. Still.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse. You got this as well.
No, go on.
2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 17. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrow and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, and the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, victual shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
That's right, man.
So that famine, man, the locust is a part of the famine, man.
That starts it
That
off.
starts, so that kicks off famine, man, when the bugs are eating the...
That's right.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 10 and verse 12. And Yahweh said unto Moses, stretch out thine hand over the land of Egypt for the locusts, that they may come up upon the land of Egypt and eat every herb of the land, even all that the hail hath left.
Okay.
Well,
I've
this
got
is-
one. Oh, you got one.
And this is Revelation chapter 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. They also are your master Yahweh Shai was crucified.
That's right, man. Yeah, man. And this is Psalms. This is Psalms 105 and verse 34, and it says, "He spake, and the locusts came, and caterpillars, and that without number, and did eat up all the herbs in their land, and devoured the fruit of their ground." So yeah, that's what's good. That's what we're gonna see, man, with the locusts, man. We saw it in other places. Now I see it in Afghanistan. These are part of those dragons as well in the east. And two more now, yeah. Just in Pakistan, there's been unrest because a prime minister was arrested for
Former Prime Minister, isn't it?
yeah, former Prime Minister Salakia, arrested for rigging things and to do with the COVID, whatever. Yeah, like a lot's happening. Unrest has spread across multiple major cities and resulting in unprecedented scenes of defiant crowds breaking into military properties and setting the homes of army personnel ablaze, directly challenging a usually untouchable force that has long sat at the apex of power in Pakistan. So their army is quite strong out there, but the people are giving them hell right about now. That's in Pakistan. In Haiti, it's the same thing. More than 600 people have been killed in Haiti gang violence in April, in the last month, yeah? This is following the killing of at least 800 people in the first 3 months of 2023. And there's been like 300 plus kidnappings, and there's a 28% increase in violence and crime right now. So Haiti right now is not looking good, man. Do you know what I mean? And you know that's mostly our people as well. It's crazy out there, man. And yeah, Pakistan's all in unrest as well. So yeah, I think that's it really on the news.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
Yeah.
For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. One people shall stand to fight against another with swords in their hands, and there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the cause of their actions shall stand in their power.
Yeah, that's plain, man. They're not regarding their kings, their prime ministers, their presidents. even their local authorities, like the police and that, they're not regarding these people, man. And that's it on that, really. Yeah? Good?